recent one is that White Spike. I was inspired by the creature from the Tomorrow War.
Oh wow, yeah, and I love the fact that you're working on a rig as well, and
Yeah.
this is like moving here.
Yeah, this is like a pretty old turntable. We have a new one. We have a new tentacle setup on it. I'm working with a friend on this one. He took over the animation and rigging,
Yeah,
and we even managed to put the word out. And there is a lot of big people wants to take the rig and wants to like we have a
animated. Yeah.
and then it's still in progress and like it's almost done. I'm done painting it, but the rig is almost done. And like then I was like, that's why I said matching the references. Like that was I was trying to match with the lighting and like
Oh, this is the actual like an actual
yeah,
shot from the
this is
movie.
from the Veta,
Oh, okay.
and that's where like I was last, but it looks different and better in the new renders.
Oh, okay.
And I, as I said, I try to keep things very simple.
Yeah.
At this moment, I painted just the base color, and that's what I'm using it to drive everything in the shader.
Yeah.
There is no roughness map on it. There is no bump map on it yet, but just to get the feeling in. So
Yeah.
once I have those elements in there, it's gonna look close enough to what they did. But
Yeah.
that was the team of like maybe 500 people. It's just
Yes,
to it's
exactly.
just me.
Yeah, and it's good that it's not exactly the same because
Yeah,
then it's like
the
you
copyrights and
yeah,
all that
yeah.
stuff. That's why
Although it's a monster, so it's hard to say like copyrights, but it's great that I think it's
yeah.
awesome that you did it slightly different.
Yeah, so in this one, I put my own design elements, how the head would look, and I did use like some other references. I'm gonna give them credit when I finish it,
Yeah,
but like because it's not like copy paste.
of
It's
course.
just taking the elements from that's what called design.
Yeah,
That's how you design things because
yeah,
you cannot design things out of your head.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
if you cannot
and,
make a face if you haven't seen it,
yeah.
right? So everything comes out of something.
That's
So
true.
we are innovators, we are not creators.
Yeah,
That's what I put it in like into words.
that's true.
So for the mouth, I took like I think that is snapping turtle mouth.
Oh,
So
okay.
so because you don't know how the mouth looks like,
Yeah, yeah,
and they didn't show it in the movies, so you
yeah.
have to make things up. So it I started this one when I was at Sony. Then it was a quick an hour, 2 hour sculpt. Then I just kept pushing it, and we are like 90% done with this.
Man.
And then it went through a
Oh,
lot
look
of
at
iteration.
the topology is looking great as well.
Yeah. And it went through so many iterations, and that was
Oh,
another
okay.
learning curve that like how you work with a rigger and how you without destroying everything you have to
Yeah,
keep like if you're a modeler and you know how things work with rigger,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
If I give you a model, if you make a rig on it, then I send you another model with a completely different topology,
Topology, yes.
then you're gonna probably kill me.
Yeah, it's not gonna work very well. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's gonna, I mean, you'll still find a way to make it work,
yeah, of
but
course.
it's gonna be a lot of work.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
reworking stuff over and
exactly,
over.
and that's not how we do things in industry, right?
Yeah,
So you have to consider everything. So on this one, I never changed topology or anything, and it was just geo changes and the shape changes,
moving around
moving
stuff.
around
Yeah.
without destroying anything. And this was the light rig I purchased from the Cave Academy,
Okay.
but they had it on Arnold, so I ported this on Redshift.
On right shit, and it did
Yeah,
work as well.
yeah, because like I'm gonna give it to them as well because
Okay.
they haven't ported that on the Redshift.
Okay.
Because if I was doing it Arnold, I would still be rendering.
Arnold, it's so slow, right?
Yeah,
And here, a few tests, stuff like that.
yeah. So this is where it started. This is the first like overnight sculpt I did for this one, and there is so many changes. There is so many things changed, and what I try to do is like when you don't know something how it's gonna look, just hide it in a creative way.
Yeah.
So that's what I try to do, like sitting in a water or something.
Yeah, that's beautiful. It's a great idea indeed. Yeah, just
And
like attacking, right? Yeah.
yeah, and that's how you do things in the industry as well. Like nothing looks is like perfect. I've done a lot of short sculpting and like character short sculpting as well. So they look good on the shot, but if you look on if you move the camera, it looks something else.
Yeah.
So
But man, this project is it's very inspiring to me. I think it's a very interesting approach to develop the texturing. You can see all of this details and texturing, very high
yeah,
resolution textures, right?
yeah, and
Yeah,
on this one, since I mean I use Redshift, I'm using it for like 5 years now,
yeah,
5 5 years now. But like there is so many things you didn't know. Like, but I discovered so many things and how to layer multiple displacements on top of each other, multiple different maps and mixing them in the shader without going
yeah,
back to there. So this is here. It's all just the base color. It's working. I'm using the same base color you saw in the Mari file.
yeah,
This is the same base color used as pump map as well.
yeah.
It's also used as another layer of displacement. It's also used as roughness map.
Huh.
So it's one map doing everything.
Oh, I see.
So that's why like it's breaking in some places. It looks good, but it gives me the idea that how the blood is gonna look.
Yeah,
Because to me, I feel like making a real looking blood is very difficult.
yeah.
You can easily make it look like a tomato ketchup.
Yes, exactly. Yeah,
And because there were so many unknowns in this project, and you don't know how things look and how would they look, and the anatomy for this one was horrible, like a nightmare to do. Because if you have the muscles, and it's just hard to make it, because like like how when we make things we have to think about the functionality.
yeah,
So you cannot just put like a muscle there without thinking about function of
yeah.
that.
How's it gonna behave and how's it gonna
Yeah.
look? Yeah,
And then my friend, the animator and the rigger, he did a really good job. Like there is
it's
no
really good.
muscle sim in it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask if there's any muscle sim.
No, it's all keyframe, and like, he did a really good job
Huh,
with the muscles.
beautiful, man.
And
Send a big congratulations to him as well because it's looking really good.
thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna share. We're gonna share the main scene pretty soon.
Yeah,
Like we have the rig ready, we have the animation almost ready, and it's not just a simple walk cycle.
yeah,
And then there is another friend. He was the, and it's funny, the games you're playing,
yeah,
and then you're so inspired with those games, and then you see the people who worked on that movie or the game wants to work with you.
yeah,
So that's like, I think, the best feeling in the world.
yeah,
So I was playing Horizon, the Call of the Mountain,
yeah,
and the VR one, and I love that game. So the lead animator on one of those, like one of the lead animator, is like, man, I would love to work with this rig, and like I just sent him yesterday, and then like it's like a dream. I was like,
So man, there's gonna a beautiful animation is gonna pop out of this, and it's gonna be a gigantic presentation. Huge project for a career for sure.
definitely,
It's
and
gonna be gonna open so many doors for you for sure.
definitely, and it did. My LinkedIn blew up, my social medias blew up. I never got this much attention on anything I posted before, and yeah, it works. So that's why working with
Who
people.
knows what's the next thing is gonna be? See, who knows?